Pachamama environmental operation and its relevance for Indonesia. The concept of Pachamama originates from integrated communities in Ecuador. The term Pachamama can be translated Mother Earth, but its meaning goes far beyond and simple metaphor. It reflects a holistic worldview in which nature of rather a part of it living in a relationship of balance and mutual dependence. Traditionally, indigenous peoples believe that Pachamama must be respected, protected, and even nurtured through rituals and sustainable practice.
What makes Pachamama particularly significant in contemporary discussion is transformation into a legal principle. Ecuador became the first country in the world to formally recognize the right of nature in its 2008 constitution. This means the nature itself, rivers, forests, ecosystem can be considered as subject of right, not merely object of regulation. Under this framework, people and community have the legal standing to represent nature in court and demand protection against environmental harm. This legal recognition represents a paradigm shift. Traditionally, environmental law has focused on regulating human behavior such as limiting pollution or managing resources. However, the right of nature approach goes further by recognizing the ecosystem have inherent right to exist, regulate, and evolve. This idea challenges conventional legal systems which are generally anthropocentric by introducing a more ecocentric perspective. In the context of Indonesia, the question does Indonesia need to establish a specific environmental agreement with Ecuador? The answer is not straightforward. On one hand, Indonesia already participates in numerous international environmental agreements and has relatively comprehensive legal framework for environmental protection. These include law on environmental management, forestry, and natural resource conservation, as well as commitment to global climate agreement. Thank you.
However, bilateral agreement with Ecuador could still offer several advantages. First, it could facilitate the exchange of ideas and best practice, particularly regarding the implementation of the right of nature. Since Ecuador has practical experience in integrating Pachamama into its legal system, Indonesia could learn from both its success and its challenge. Second, such cooperation could strengthen effort to protect biodiversity. Both Indonesia and Ecuador are megadiverse countries with rich ecosystem, including tropical forests that play a crucial role in maintaining global environmental balance. Collaboration could involve joint research, conservation strategies, and sustainable resource management. Third, an agreement could promote the role of indigenous and local communities in environmental governance. Both countries have diverse indigenous population whose traditional knowledge can contribute significantly to sustainable environmental practice. By sharing experience, Indonesia could enhance the recognition and protection of these communities within its own legal system. Thank you.
Despite this potential benefit, it's important to note such agreement is not necessarily Indonesian can adopt and adapt principle of Pachamama independently without entering into a formal treaty. Legal innovation does not always require international agreement. It can also emerge from domestic reform inspired by global idea. This lead of the next question. Can Indonesia implement the concept of Pachamama? In principle, important qualification, Indonesia has its own philosophical and legal foundation, including Pancasila, which emphasizes these values are not incompatible with the idea for respecting nature. In fact, for integrating environmental ethics into law. Moreover, Indonesia already has traditional practical wisdom, which include sustainable resource management and respect for nature. Example can be found because the regulate and land use, forever conservation and water management.
I will explain my little opinion about model Indonesian law and Ecuador law. However, the actually adopting the legal model of Ecuador would not be practical. Indonesia legal system, social structure, and economic condition are different. Implementing the rights of nature would require significant adjustment, including change to existing law, institutional frameworks, and enforcement mechanisms. One challenge is the balance between environmental protection and economic development. Indonesia is a developing country with ongoing needs for infrastructure, industry, and resource utilization. Any attempt to introduce strong environmental protection must consider these realities to avoid unintended economic consequences. Another challenge lies in legal enforcement, even with existing environmental law. Indonesia still faces issues such as illegal logging, pollution, and land conversion. Introducing a new concept like the rights of nature would require not only legal recognition but also effective enforcement, public awareness, and institutional capacity.
Nevertheless, adopting the spirit of Pachamama could bring positive change. For example, Indonesia could strengthen its environmental laws by emphasizing the intrinsic value of ecosystem, increasing community participation, and enhancing the role of indigenous culture rather than fully transforming the legal system. Indonesia could integrate these principles gradually, creating a hybrid approach that combines modern law with traditional values. In conclusion, Pachamama represents a profound shift in how humans relate to nature, moving from exploitation to respect and conscience. While Indonesia does not necessarily need a formal agreement with Ecuador, such cooperation could provide valuable insight and opportunities. More importantly, cooperation could provide valuable insight and opportunities. More importantly, Indonesia has the potential to adapt that principles of Pachamama in a way that aligns with its own legal system, cultural values, and development goals. The key is not to replace Ecuador model but to reinforce its against in a uniquely Indonesia context.